this is Mr. Brown. This is part 2 in our series, The Anatomy of a Hero. In today's video, I'm going to discuss the superior talents. In part 1, I discussed the 10 different classes of heroes. So with this one, I'm going to make the comparison between the standard talent versus the superior talent. The superior class talent activates once you reach the 20th emblem node on the talent grid. So only the Season 1 heroes possess this ability. So actually, let's start off with the Barbarian. We're going to go here with second costume for Thorn. So we have the Superior Wound. After any normal attack, plus 50% chance to activate the following effects. Deal 60% of the damage done by the normal attack over 5 turns. If target already has this ailment, the previous element's remaining damage is added to the new element as additional damage. This character gets plus 30% attack for 3 turns. So the biggest difference we have here is this last bullet point, giving the caster 30% attack for 3 turns. And where it has here, it's just a greater chance. It goes from 30% to 50% chance to activate this talent, which I think makes it a lot better. Next, we have Regard with the Cleric talent. So we have Superior Mana Shield. A plus 60% chance to resist direct mana reductions and reflect negative mana effects and effects that prevent the use of special skills. So the biggest difference with this one is that it reflects the negative mana effects, resists the mana reduction too, and the chance of this activating goes up from 35% to 60% chance. As we know, clerics are actually typically are healers, which is a benefit to them because it still allows them to use their special skill. Next, we have the first costume for Chow. We have Superior Companion for the Druid class. If this character received any damage by the end of enemy turn, plus 20% chance to activate the following effects, which summons a Thorn minion with 20% health and 20% attack. The biggest difference is this one. The chance of this activating goes up from 15% to 20%. And the minion follows the same 5%, going from 15% health to 20% health and 15% attack to 20% attack. Druids are very good in the bloody battle because they have that extra protection. They're kind of like sponges, so it gives a little bit more survivability to the hero. Okay, we have representing the fire class. We have the first costume for Caedmon, and basically Superior Revive. When receiving a fatal attack, plus 35% chance to revive at the end of the turn. If received, the following effects are activated. This character gains plus 50% mana, which obviously this exceeds the standard fighter class because you can kill this hero. And if they have 50% mana or more, it gives them an opportunity to attack the opponents. Plus, if they've already used their special skill and they get killed, then it gives them another chance to use their effect again. So the biggest difference, of course, is that gains 50% mana. There's also the chance of this activating goes from 30% to 35%, which is not much, but it's still pretty damn good. Okay, so we have Bowtusk. This is his first costume as a monk, and it has Superior Withstand. A 50% chance to resist status ailments. If status ailments were resisted, the following effects are also activated. This character deals 100% damage to the attacker. So the biggest difference is that it actually gets a really big jump from the standard. This has a 50% chance to resist the status ailments versus the 30% chance. And then also this additional bullet point, which allows the superior withstand to deal damage back to the attacker, which is, I think, makes it so much better. I will say that they've done very good with these superior talents. I just hope that they keep it only between the season one heroes. So next we're going to go to, okay, so we have here the Paladin class, Tibertus' first costume. So we have Superior Protect. If this character receives any damage by the end of enemy turn, a plus 50% chance to activate the following effects. This character gets plus 25% defense for 2 turns. This character and nearby allies recover 10% health. I think this is one of the better superior talents. So this is a hero that you do want to either place in the flank position or the tank position because of that health recovery. Also, these paladins are good against fiends and also minions because those fiends and minions will activate this a little bit, actually more frequently. So if we compare the difference between the standard and the superior, it's increased from 25% to 50% chance of activating. Also, I think it's yes, it is. The character, it goes from 20% defense to 25% defense. And also the last bullet point about recovering health. Okay, right here for the Ranger class, we have the original Leanna, and she has Superior Pierce. So a plus 60% chance to bypass defensive buffs, including counterattacks. If buffs were bypassed, the following effects are also activated. The target receives 273 bleed damage over 3 turns. That bleed damage isn't much. It's about 91 bleed damage per turn. So the biggest difference is this has instead of a 25% chance to activate, it gives it a 60% chance, which is a pretty massive jump. And also, of course, with the additional bleed damage. And here we go with also another classic hero, Marjana, representing the Rogue class. She has a superior evade. Gives a 30% chance to dodge special skill damage. If damage was dodged, the following effects are also activated. This character and nearby allies get plus 15% chance to dodge special skills for 3 turns. This is also another great superior talent. And the biggest difference is that this has a 30% chance to activate versus a 20% chance. And also the last bullet point giving the caster and nearby allies a chance to dodge special skills, which I think is pretty good, which means you want to put a rogue hero, same thing you would do with the paladin, either put them as the tank or the flank position. Next, we have Cosima Sarnia, representing the sorcerer class. Now, she has superior delay. If this character dealt any damage by the end of its turn, plus 60% chance to activate the following effects. Drop the mana generation of the target by minus 50% for 2 turns. The only thing about this one is that it's pretty random and it may not be on the hero that you want it to. Although the difference between the standard and the superior, it jumps up from 50% chance to 60% chance. And the mana drop still remains the same. So not really one of my favorite classes. You would actually really want it to affect the tank, and it's just so random that it can't be reliable. And next here, finally, we have Li Shu representing the Wizard class, which Superior Jinx is probably easily one of the best superior talents. So when dealing damage through normal attacks and special skills, a plus 50% chance to deal plus 50% extra damage per active buff. Before dealing the extra damage, the following effects are also activated. Dispel all active buffs from the target before damage is dealt. which I think this is so amazing. Obviously, the biggest difference is that it jumps from the chance of this activating jumps from 25% to 50%, which is it's the chances are really high. Plus, of course, the bullet point in regards to dispelling active buffs. This is such a great hero and a great talent class. Okay, so that's it for the talents. Oh, one thing I did forget to show you is that let me go to this hero real quick so I could show you what I was talking about earlier in the video. So you see we have Tyrum here at 18. So all I have to do is to bring him 2 more nodes. And once I bring him, I might as well just do it now. So you see here, and if I select that, and then I select that, now the superior talent is activated. Let's go and check it out. See? Superior Protect. All right, cool. Well, don't hesitate to leave a comment. Make sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed content like this. Click the bell notification to be notified of any further videos that I post. Thank you for watching. Peace out, and I mean it. Bye, family.